Everyone, Sean Anderson Pierre, the Beer and TV Ramble, looking at El Presidente. Presidente beer. 5% ABV by volume. Um, it is a beer brewed in the country Dominican Republic, which I have an issue with right now, particularly the way they have treated Haitians or those who are Dominican born from Haitian parents. Um, as proud Haitian I am, Haitian American, and the way they treated people from my parents' homeland, my family's homeland, I'm not too happy. So I shouldn't be drinking this beer, but anyhow, I am. Let's say 5% ABV by volume. 57 score with the bros, saying it's awful. 65 poor on Beer Advocate. They don't particularly like it much, but it's an adjunct lager. As you can see, look at the color here. And here's a good look at the beer. Standard lager smell. Lager, like the sound of Budweiser, but it's probably a little more flavor. Import brands, Alliance, St. Louis, Missouri. I'm sure it's probably under the same, which maybe under Budweiser and as a Bush InBev, which probably distributes this beer. So decent enough beer. It's not bad. Um, There's some people walking around the neighborhood. I'm outside, as you can see. I'm outside. I got trash I'm burning right now on my off day, and so I'm supposed to be doing a review with this my good friend Mr. Terrio this week soon. Excuse me, sometime soon. So I wanted to go ahead and review this beer before I get a good jump start on this. I'm trying to get some of this shit off this glass here. I need to get another beer glass. Anyhow, scent, typical lager scent. A lot of corn, barley malt, hops. Probably typical German style hops. You see a lot of these lagers are made with, but it has a little bit of a scent. Being imported. That it thinks again. It feels like it's a little more powerful than what it needs to be. 5%. Same with Budweiser, but a little stronger than that. So good flavor, very good, very rich. I mean, not rich. I mean, very standard. Lager taste. As the Modelo Special, which I did the other day, which is very good. This is all right. I've had this before. I was on a cruise ship. It was the first time I had this. So I take that back. That was my second time. The first time I had this back home, New Jersey. As you know, we have a lot of very diverse folks living in that area of the New York, New Jersey tri-state area, um, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. Forgot I got to put Connecticut in there. um, there was a lot of this beer around, and you notice that if you go to any city, any big major metropolis, I'm sure it's like that in Chicago and Miami, um, Dallas, Texas, um, Houston, um, um, DC, Philadelphia. I mean, San Francisco. When you have a mixture of so many cultures living in that one melting pot, you're going to get sample of a lot of different styles of beer, and obviously this beer, El Presidente, and because of the population of us who live, those who from the Dominican Republic or anywhere from the West Indies or the Caribbean nations or the Virgin Islands, um, you're going to have a lot of these styles of beer being sold in that city, and so um, have a deep Hispanic population, particularly those from the Dominican Republic. Um, it was a first time I had it was 1998. Um, we were at a I was at a party, and we were sampling. They had El Presidente, and I tried it. I thought, it's okay, nothing special. And then the second time I had is I was on a cruise ship back in 2008. My second cruise ship, the Carnival Cruise, the Holiday, out of Mobile, and we went to of course Costa, um, usual ports of call, Costa Maya and Dominicana and Cozumel, excuse me. So El Presidente was pretty much frequent when we stopped at those port of calls, and I bought a you know bought a beer, and it was real cheap, like $1 or two, you know, $2, it's like $1 and something change. So it was like small little cans. So it was pretty cheap at the time. So it's a good beer. A lot of these imports don't half-ass at all. They really make sure that they're giving you a good product and something very um, delicious to taste. But again, as I say, my earlier commentary about the country Dominican Republic, I don't think I'll be sampling this beer again because of what's been going on and how they treated from those from my culture, my family, homeland. And I feel it's just completely blatant and it's racist and it's very discriminatory. And you think that 2015 that would be behind us 2015 even, but I need to stop being naive. The world is what it is. You know, it is a cruel world, cruel, racist, bigoted world, but it is what it is. I mean, I know there are good people in the world, but that kind of treatment and the way they've treated Haitians has been wrong. But anyhow, enough of that. Back to the beer. Um, it's good. I think it's very refreshing, very easy to go down on a nice day. I mean, obviously it's been very warm here where I am right now. It's still in the bloody 70s, and we're in December. Today's December 1st, first month of December, excuse me, and here it is, like still in the 70s. It's like one of the good things and maybe not so good things about living in the South. So um, it's just kind of odd if we get this type of weather, but um, so more lacing in it. Like I said, I'm gonna give this beer lager. I'm gonna give this thing an 8.5. It's not your everyday lager I sample. I thought the Modelo was a lot better. I think the Soul's a lot better. Um, I think there are other beers I'll prefer. And this, I mean, it's okay, not great, but it'll do. So that's my commentary on that. So 8.5 for me on this beer. Jonas and Pierre, the Beer and TV Ramble. Tell me what you think in your comments on the bottom. Keep watching, and as always, cheers.